Hi everyone, this is Lisa with Gypsy WomanCharm. Guess what time it is? It's time for the June Sonnets Maker Box. This is my first box from her and I'm so excited. I will have a link to the box, to the Maker's Box in my description. We're gonna unbox it and then I'm gonna show you just a few things that we can do with what's inside. So come on, let's get started. It's for the month of June. Beautiful, beautiful design. She just redesigned her box. Is that not beautiful? She did this herself, designed this herself. It's so pretty. Love the colors. So let's look and see what we have this month. So first we have a little thank you note, and it just gives some information about the box and some information on the back about each item that is in here. And then some QR codes. Beautiful. And everything's wrapped up so nice. Let's open this up. I am so excited. Oh, first from Recycled. Let's see, let's open these up and see what we have. I can get my fingers to work. Oh, look how pretty this one is. Oh, look how pretty. That is so pretty. All the birds. You guys know how I love my birds. And the floral. So pretty. Let's see, what is the name of this one? And the name of this one is... This looks like it's the Botanical Ephemera. Beautiful, beautiful paper. Next, let's get this one. And this one would be the Crockery Masterboard. I got a funny feeling this is gonna be one of my favorites in this box. Let's see here. I love the crockeries. Look how beautiful. Oh, so much we can do with that. So much, so much. And the one in the middle. Oh, look how beautiful that is. And then the verbiage. That is so pretty. Love that. Again, so much that we can do with that. And all of these designs are only for the Maker's Box. You cannot buy these anywhere else. And then we have some of Connie's, the lines and designs paper. Look how beautiful those are. Look how the bees and how vibrant those colors are. Oh, those are so pretty. Little beehive and a bee. Oh, I love that background. And this one is just, I love, love, love the yellow and the blue. Connie always has such vibrant colors in her papers. And then we get a napkin. Look how pretty that is. Again, the butterflies and the birds. So pretty. And then to go with it, we have the Sweet Pickins in the navy blue. Sweet Pickins milk paint. And we have infusion paint. We have the Tuscan orange and the midnight blue. And in the DIY colors, we have, let's see here. Let's see what colors we have in the DIY. Blue Iris and Liquid Sunshine. Look at these colors and look how they go with the papers. Look at that. The DIY colors go perfect with Connie's papers. And then look at, oh, gorgeous. And then with the recycled papers, look at those. The fusion colors. And then the Sweet Pickins would be perfect with this. Everything just coordinates beautifully. I just love all of this. Oh, and look at these colors with the napkin here. Look how beautiful. Okay guys, let's play with these items and see what we can come up with. So here I have a tray. It's just an old wood tray that I picked up at Goodwill. Looks like it's handmade. And I am going to take some wood you bin and I'm going to wrap it around the edges. I've never worked with the wood you bin before, so we're going to learn about this together. So I know that you're supposed to heat it up before you try to, well, then there I go, I broke a piece off. So you need to get it really warm and pliable. So I'm using my heat gun, and I'm just making sure that it's heated up very well. And you can see as the hotter it gets, the more pliable it gets. It's really a cool product, guys. And so I want to put it around the edges because, as you can see, it's got some screws there, and I tried covering it with some wood putty, but it just didn't work right. It still was just showed too badly, and I thought that this wood you bin would really give it an elevated look. So here I am. I'm going to take wood glue, Elmer's wood glue, and I'm going to attach it with that. I'm kind of careful at first about having any spill over with the glue because I don't want the glue to ooze out. But you'll see as I get going, I'm just like, no, it needs more glue. I'll just clean up the mess because I really want it to stick. I don't want it going anywhere.
In the quiet of the morning, as the sun begins to rise, I can feel your arms around me, and your spirit filled.
And now I'm taking some blue painter's tape, and I'm just holding it down while the glue dries because I want to be sure it stays where it's supposed to be, and I want to be sure that it has really good contact with the wood.
Skies, in every breath of mercy.
So my first thought was to try to bend it around that corner, but that wasn't going to happen. So I ended up having to take and cutting it and just piecing. See, it was just breaking.
Everyone that I don't deserve, they remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. No, I can't escape your love. Through the valleys and the shadows, where my path is overgrown, you're a light within the darkness, and you're guiding me back home. I know I'll never be alone.
So next I'm taking and I'm just trying to make those corners where they look kind of mitered. So it's very easy to whittle away at. You just take your X-Acto knife, and it worked wonders.
I know I can't escape your love. I know I can't escape your love.
After I have all the sides secured, then I'm going to take Fusion Mineral Paint and Raw Silk, and I will be putting a coat of paint there in the middle section where I'll be putting the decoupage paper, because we want to make sure that it's light and bright. If I didn't put a coat of white paint there, first of all, the wood is raw, so the Fusion Decoupage Transfer Gel would just soak into it. So this way it will So now everything is dry and it turned out beautiful. I love, love, love the Witchy Bend. I'll definitely be using it again. And then I'm going to take the Fusion in the Midnight Blue that came in the Makers Box and just give it
in the quiet of the morning, as the sun begins to rise. I can feel your arms around me.
Now everything is dry, and so we're going to take the decoupage paper, crockery decoupage paper from Recycled that was in the Makers Box, and we're going to see how we're wanting to fit it in there. And I want to utilize this middle crock with the blue bird. I just think that is classic and I love it. And so we're going to use that, but I also want some of the verbiage at the very top of the paper, so that's why I'm making sure the crock is on the lower end. And then I just take and I put my fingers around the edges to see where I want to cut the paper.
And your spirit fill the skies. In every breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve.
So now I'm taking and setting the paper that I've cut inside the edges of the tray. And guys, as you can see, I've cut it short in a couple of areas, and I will go back and fix that. I am notorious for not measuring my paper right. I don't care what I do. I always come out a little short here or there. So yeah, that's just what I'm known for, unfortunately. So now I am taking and I'm putting a starter strip of the Fusion Decoupage and Transfer Gel, and I'm going to mist the paper, because with Recycle paper, anything that's not rice paper, it's good to mist because it will stretch the threads.
shadows, where my path is overgrown. You're a light within the darkness, and you're guiding me back home. I know I'll never be alone. In every breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve, they remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. I know I can't escape your love. In the quiet of the morning, as the sun begins to rise, I can feel your arms around me, and your spirit fill the skies. In every breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve, they remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. No, I can't escape your love.
So now I'm just taking it and I'm spritzing it so that it'll stretch the fibers, and then I am just decoupaging it. And as you can see, I goofed here. I picked up the wrong paintbrush, and I picked up the paintbrush that had some white paint on it. So I am just working with it. I'm putting it down, making sure it's where I want it to be, and I am going to use a different brush to go over it so that I don't spread that white paint everywhere.
Through the valleys and the shadows, where my path is overgrown. You're a light within the darkness, and you're guiding me back home. I know I'll never be alone.
So now I'm going to take and I'm going to fix those little spaces that that didn't get covered and exposing in the white. So I'm just taking several different colors, and really what you do is you just play with it until you get the color that you want. I think I used buttermilk and a little bit of the midnight blue, and I end up putting a little bit of chocolate in there, and just play with it. Sometimes you can get it exactly the color that you want, and other times, you know, it's close enough, and then you just play with it until it looks really good.
In every breath of mercy, deserve. They remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. I know I can't escape your love. I know I can't escape you. As the sun begins to rise, I can feel your arms around me, and your spirit fill the skies. In every breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve. They remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. No, I can't escape your love.
So now I want to be sure that I protect it really good in case somebody uses it as a tray and carries something, some glasses or something on it. I want to make sure that there's a good sealer on it. So I'm using the Sweet Pickings top coat in matte, and I'm just going to give it a really good cover here, just so it'll protect it from any moisture or anything like that.
Through the valleys and the shadows, where my path is overgrown, you're a light within the darkness, and you're guiding me back home. I know.
Look how beautiful this piece turned out. I am very proud of it. I think it'll be awesome in anybody's home. Now for the second project, I have this little small shadow box frame, and I am going to take the recycled paper crockery masterboard, which, remember guys, we can only get this paper in the Makers Box because it's done specifically for the Sonnets Makers Box. So I'm taking it and I'm going to take out one section with a bird and the orange floral and the ephemera in the background, and I'm going to take and I'm going to decoupage it onto the backboard of this shadow box frame.
I'll never be alone. In every breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve. They remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. I know I can't escape your love. I know I can't escape your love. Of the morning, as the sun begins to rise, I can feel your arms around me, and your spirit fill the skies. In every breath.
So now I collect little pieces of sticks and bark and everything throughout the year, and use them, keep them in a jar and use them on some of my projects. So I've decided I'm going to take and I am going to put some little sticks to make it look like limbs, and I'm going to go ahead and just hot glue it to it. Now what I end up doing is when I go to put it back into the shadow box, I've actually extended those sticks into the edge of the frame so it wouldn't fit flush. So I end up going back and just taking my X-Acto knife and just trimming away at the edges around the sticks around the edges of the frame itself.
Breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve. They remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. No, I can't escape your love. Through the valleys and the shadows, where my path is overgrown, you're a light within the darkness, and you're guiding me back home. I know I'll never be alone.
Now this is where I'm trying to fit it into the frame, and I'm noticing that it's not fitting flush. And at first I couldn't figure out what was going on, but then it dawned on me that the little sticks that represent the limbs were poking out too far. So I'm just taking my X-Acto knife and I'm just chipping away at the stick without touching the decoupage paper itself.
In every breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve. They remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. I know.
So now to give it more of a three-dimensional look, I'm always keeping my scraps of my IOD transfers because you never know what you can use them for. So what my goal is to put these leaves and little buds, and I wanted to affix them to the glass part of the picture frame so that it looks like that it's popping off the limbs itself to give it that 3D effect.
As the sun begins to rise, I can feel your arms around me, and your spirit fill the skies. In every breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve. They remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love.
And on some of them, I'm just putting one or two on top of each other and just layering them just so that it looks full. And I will not be sealing these because it will make the glass in the frame kind of murky, because I've done it before and it didn't do well. These are not going to be handled a lot. They're not going to be washed. They're not going to be, maybe dusted a little bit, but so I don't believe that there will be a problem with it peeling off or coming off.
Through the valleys and the shadows, where my path is overgrown, you're a light within the darkness, and you're guiding me back home. I know I'll never be alone. In every breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve, they remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. I know I can't escape your love. I know. In the quiet of the morning, as the sun begins to rise, I can feel your arms around me, and your spirit fill the skies. In every breath of mercy, everyone that I don't deserve, they remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. No, I can't escape your love.
And look how cute that has turned out. I am very happy with the way that it turned out. I think it's very, very pretty. So this is a wooden piece that I got, and I do not remember where I got it. I think I've had it forever. And so I just gave it a really good cleaning and a little bit of a scuff. And then I'm using the Liquid Sunshine from DIY on the inside, and I'm going to use the Blue Iris from DIY Paint on the outside, because I'm going to be using Connie's rice paper, the Painted Photographer, and on the Be Kind with the bee and the beehive and the blue background. And I'm going to be doing that to the top of this piece. Now I want it to look a little rustic, so after I give it a couple of coats of paint, I'm going to be distressing it with my little finger sander, and then I'll probably use some dark wax on it.
That I don't deserve, they remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love.
Now the inside has 2 coats of paint, so now we're going to take the blue iris, which I think is just a beautiful, brilliant blue, and it matches the Be Kind Connie's Painter Photographer's rice paper perfectly. So I will just put, it'll probably take 2 coats, or maybe 1. It might take 1 since I'm distressing it, so we'll see.
Quiet of the morning, as the sun begins to rise, I can feel your arms around me, and your spirit fill the skies. In every breath.
So now that everything is painted, I want to put a coat of the raw silk and the fusion mineral paint on the top, because that's where the decoupage paper is going to go, and I want it to keep the colors brilliant. And if we put it over that dark wood, then it will just dull it up a lot.
Mercy, everyone that I don't deserve, they remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love. No, I can't escape your love.
So I take the Be Kind paper. Look how those colors go fantastic together. And then I notch out the back so that it won't be so difficult when I take the finger sander and sand the edges off. So then I'm just taking my Fusion decoupage and transfer gel, giving it a good coat, and then put the paper on top. And this paper, this rice paper, is so great that Connie uses. It is just, I have never had a problem with any wrinkles or anything. It's just a fantastic, thicker paper. Now I decide to take the IOD stamp Waltz, and I'm using the stone gray ink, and I'm going to stamp it onto the body of the piece. Now it's going to, when you first stamp it, it looks really dark, but it gets, as it dries, it gets a lot lighter, because I don't want it standing out horribly. I just want it to be just a really light, faint background, sort of like the bees are singing.
Through the valleys and the shadows, where my path is overgrown, you're a light within the darkness.
Don't forget to clean that ink off of your stamp so there's no ink buildup, and you'll still have all the details. Look how cute that ended up. I did put some dark wax, and I distressed it with the finger sander, and I just think it turned out so daggum cute. You could put recipe cards in it, you could put floral, there's so much you could do with this little piece. And now here's all 3 projects. I just love the way they turned out. So if you like the content today, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. It helps with my videos. And the link for the Makers Box will be in my description. Remember, you can only get these papers through the Sonnets Makers Box. Y'all have a blessed day.